What's up, everyone? Iojiki here, and today I'm going to talk to you about my current addiction, which would be called Helldivers. Now, if you've never heard of Helldivers, Helldivers came out on PS4, I believe, some time ago, and it just got recently released on Steam. So now it's been on PC for about 19 days, 20 days or something like that. And I know this because the game is a perpetual mission-based game in that every time whether you're on or you're not, people are actively completing objectives. So when you're on with your friends and you're playing, you're actively trying to take over these homeworlds or liberate them as the game would call you to do. It's kind of a big parody game. You're playing for a faction called Super Earth, and you're fighting against bugs, cyborgs, robots, whatever, aliens. You're fighting against them. It's pretty great. So the game style is a twin stick shooter, and what that means is you can use a keyboard or you can use a controller, which I would recommend, in which case you have one stick controlling your character's movement and the other stick controlling where your character looks. This is pretty cool because it allows you to do awesome things like cape spins.
Whirlwind. Ha 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 ha. Fuck you, Admiral Quince.
Or shoot. Shooting is pretty good too. So the whole premise of the game is set on doing these different missions, and what you do is you hell dive or drop down to a planet, and you liberate them by, disabling beacons, launching nukes, fighting enemies, whatever you want. The game's pretty cool in that it has a progression system within the actual game, but you also have your character progression, which allows you to unlock new weapons, new vehicles, new artillery. The game calls these kind of like special perks stratagems, but they also do have perks. The stratagems are pretty interesting in that you can press a button to bring up a menu, and then you type in on your directional pad kind of like a DDR kind of code. And what it will do is it'll give you a grenade to throw, and once you throw that grenade, it'll actually call down a dropship containing whatever you requested or whatever, whether it be a vehicle or new weapons or summoning somebody who has died. Let's talk about death real fast, because death in this game is super easy, and the reason why it's super easy to die in this game is because you are constantly on friendly fire with your teammates. Now, this isn't totally a bad thing if you're actually communicating with your teammates, but when you jump into like a public game and you don't have any kind of voice communication, things can get a little hairy. Actually, things can get a little hairy even when you do have communication with your team, as sometimes lag will mess you up, or there will be just some miscommunication. Me and my friends don't have the best of communication, but that's what occurs sometimes.
Whoa, yeah. Troy.
What happened?
Where's Peter?
There it is!
What the fuck? Got me! What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
Shit.
Overall, the game is just a blast. It's really fun to play. It's fun to play solo. It's fun to play with your friends. And currently, we're addicted to it because we're just playing it non-stop. Every time it's like, hey, you guys want to play Helldivers? Yeah, let's play Helldivers. It's the best experience right now. And it's really good if you get 3 other friends to play it with you, because then you can do stuff like ride around in cars, or, just have a bunch of laughs when one of you messes up, or when you guys are against a near impossible situation. It's really good. The game features a bunch of different difficulties as well, from 1 being the easiest to 12 being a hell dive suicide mission. It's pretty intense the way it gets up to, and there's a lot of... The enemies never stop. The enemies never stop coming, so you either have to complete your objectives and then get out before you can. There's a couple of missions where they're not actually doing anything but just destroying enemies, which is another cool mission as well, and it applies a little different strategy. You may have to change your loadouts before an actual mission when you go into it. Overall, Helldivers is a really fun experience, and I wouldn't be making a video if I wasn't currently addicted to it. So if you guys are looking for a fun game to play with your friends or just by yourself, you can even play it co-op on the same computer, which is pretty cool as well. And you can kind of do like 2 players on one, 2 players on another, and then and then co-op across the internet if you really want. Overall, it's a really great game, and I would suggest checking it out if you guys want a fun laugh. Otherwise, you guys can always check out our awesome antics on my channel. And if you guys have any other games you'd like me to check out that I could possibly get addicted to, please let me know in the comments below, and I will check them out. Until next time, I'll see y'all later.